Hi lovelies and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strada. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Alright lovelies, let's get into this video. Hello lovelies, so I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where this guy was actually talking about how he felt that white people do not actually, hate people of color. They are actually, envious of them, guys. He gave a lot of reason why he thinks so, and I think that he's making a lot of sense. Then I decided to bring it up here for us to, delegate on this. Guys, I'm just gonna roll the clip as well as some of the stitches I was able to put together, because a lot of people actually stitched this video. Some people were actually agreeing with him. Guys, I'm just gonna roll the clips. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and don't forget that this channel, we do not support any form of bullying, harassment or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes, guys. Alright lovely, let's get into it.
Black people are an obsession. The world is obsessed with us. It was never hate. It's always been envy. It's always been envy. It was never hate. We thought it was hate this whole time. They don't hate us. They envy us. They want everything we have. They want to be us. They want our demeanor, our swag, our lingo, our abilities, our intellectuality. They want our brain power. Believe it or not, they've convinced us that black people can't read. Black people usually are the dumber ones in the classroom, whatever the case may be. But honestly, that's not true. And a lot of black people have gone on to believe that. So, when you believe that, you don't even try sometimes. That's a whole nother conversation. But they've put certain things not only in black people's minds, but in other people of color's minds around the world. So not only do white people envy us, but other people of color envy us, and then they pass it off as hate, and they discriminate against us and all of that, but do everything that we do. They want to talk like us, they want to walk like us, dance like us, copy our music style, K-pop. You get what I'm saying? They and don't get me wrong, I don't have any hate for none of these people, but my thing is, it's so weird that y'all act like we're the scum of the earth, but copy our every single move, from the way we speak, to music, to fashion, to everything. The fashion world, these big fashion houses, guess what they get their inspiration from? The ghetto, the hood, the streets, hip hop. You get what I'm saying? They get it from all types of black people from every end of the spectrum. They don't actually hate us. Because when you hate somebody and you feel like you're better than somebody or a group of people, you don't copy what they do. You don't mimic what they do. You get what I'm saying? You don't even engage in stuff that's of their culture, of their lifestyle. You get what I'm saying? So it's not hate, it's envy. Y'all ever been in school, and especially when you was younger, and kids would kids would be like, I don't like you, or I don't like her because, and they never have a real explanation. They just say because, and then now y'all fighting and y'all beefing in elementary school, middle school for no reason, when really the basis of that is envy. They want something you have. They want to be you. They want to look like you, whatever the case may be. On a larger scale, that's the rest of the world to black people. And more specifically, I'm gonna be honest, more specifically, black Americans. That may be a whole nother conversation. And don't get me wrong, black Americans obviously get a lot of stuff directly from Africa. I mean, because we're originally from Africa, so our ways we're literally African American. You know what I'm saying? It's African based regardless, right? But you know what? That's a whole other TikTok. The message I want to send to all my fellow black people out there is, if you ever feel the effects of racism and it kind of gets into your head and makes you subconsciously feel like you are less than, or you feel like, damn, I'm hated because I'm black, or me and my people are hated or looked down on, or looked at like we're just the scum of the earth and we're just bad people by nature or something, remember that it's the total opposite. These people worship us. Honestly, they do. They fake like they don't. They pretend like they hate us, but they copy everything we do. They worship us. They want to be us. We lead them. We lead the pack. We lead the trend in everything. You get what I'm saying? So remember to walk with your head high. I'm not trying to get deep in all that, but to be honest, I need y'all to remember to walk with your head high as a black person, because you literally are what everybody wants to be. You get what I'm saying? And the proof is online. The proof is out in the world. The proof is in everyday life. I'm not just making this shit up. They want to be us. So don't let them get in your head and make them think that they think they're better than you. Because they don't think that, they know they're not better than you, but they want you to think that, so you don't know who you are and what you have and what we are as black people. You get what I'm saying?
Y'all go ahead and finish watching his video, but he is absolutely correct. The primary emotion that they have towards us is jealousy and envy, and they're expressing that through hate. He goes to mention that he's referencing that you can see their envy in just how their trends. All their trends is inspired by us. The music, they're inspired by us. I'm sorry, I have hiccups. The way they dress is inspired by us. I didn't learn this information until my mid-20s when I was on my journey, because majority of my life, I would say the first 20 years of my life, I was around predominantly white people. Damn near, I would say about 90% of anybody that was around me between since birth up until my first couple of years of college, they were white people. Now, I wasn't fortunate enough to have a parent to raise me to be conscious about my blackness. As a matter of fact, both my parents, in my mind, they basically wanted me to be just a coon, essentially. So when you're a high schooler and you're around these white kids and they look down on you, right, and then still copy the things that you do, it just didn't make any fucking sense. So in my mid-20s, I started doing my own little research, and I came across 2 books that helped me understand the psyche of the European mindset. And I'm talking about the conquering mindset of the European. And these 2 books, when I tell you that when you read these 2 books in conjunction to each other, you do your own like separate, research and study and stuff like that. These 2 books right here, there's no way you can be a coon after reading these 2 books. Now, this book right here, this is a tough read, okay? This is a tough read if you are a black person that respects the American education system, which I know most black people don't, but there are a sector of black people out there who swear by the American education system. This right here debunks all of that. So everything that you thought was real in terms of philosophy, psychology, even sociology of how we interact with each other and how we view our society was stolen from us. You know what I'm saying? So this book right here helped me with that. Now, this book right here, this shit right here, this needs to be in every black person's home. Honestly, after reading this, you can't possibly be a coon. You can't, it's mentally impossible. That book illustrates how truly envious they were, down to the point where they stripped you of everything. I'm not talking about just religion. They stripped you of everything because they wanted it. And you know what's funny? Stolen Legacy. I'm gonna do a video on Stolen Legacy and how fucking funny that shit is. But it's true.
I need you to really listen to me when I say this right now. It was never hate, because if it was hate, like he said, they would never copy us. There is no way I can look at somebody and despise what they do and go on to do it, and not only do it, to try to have ownership of the thing, to act like I was behind the creativity of it. Especially if I thought that what I was doing was ghetto and makes me look dumb and make me look unprofessional, quote unquote. This is what the world hates. Understand that they've been teaching us from the beginning of time that people in Africa, they don't have anything down there, or in Haiti and all of these places where it's predominantly black people. They have been teaching us that there ain't shit going on, that there is nothing even there. But somehow these people are still alive and striving. They have been putting us in projects, in ghettos, since right after slavery, because they didn't give us a chance to get where they at. But look around. There are black-owned businesses that came from the gutter. There are people who have done amazing things as black people in a society where we are the dumber ones, quote unquote. We are the ones, and if you are thinking technically, we are set behind hundreds of years. Everybody, I hate when we say that blank people have blank privilege. They go around and say, you can do the same things as me. My kid can get in college as you, and this and that. Yeah, we might have equal opportunities now, quote unquote, and that's not even realistic. We could have equal opportunity, but we were set back hundreds of years. We shouldn't even be in the same playing field. That's like setting off a race and telling somebody to start running 100, 300, 400, 500, 600 years before. You know how hard it would be for me to catch somebody 600 years ahead of me, and forget the 600 years or 500 or 300, it don't even 100 years, but get the 100 years. Think about the psychological effects it will have on me to be that far behind because of them. But and then imagine you tell this person to run a couple hundred years before, and they're leaving ropes in the way and cotton and beating and alligators and all type of stuff in the way of your success, and you have to psychologically deal with that PTSD and the way that your life has been put. Besides that, like he said, they try to make us come out like we the dumber ones, but you got to understand we never had to try. And the fact that we are even close to another person of not that's not colored at all goes to show who the I wouldn't say the bigger person is, but who they think the bigger person should be. The fact that they can even look to us and think that we would even be reasonable enough to be in the same room with them or to behave is it shows what they really think of us. The fact that they look to us for opinions. If we say it's lame, it's lame. If we say it's lame, it's lame. If we say it's cool, it's cool. It might take a little time. They might try to make us seem dumb for it or make us look ghetto, but that's why it's always been deeper than clothes and hairstyles. Because when our people did it, we were ghetto and they would use these things against us, but everything we did was so clever. The color, the creativity is natural to us. And you know, your parent never tell you, let me just tell you, my dad told me this a long time ago. People, you think that something is common. You would think it would be common sense, but not everybody gets what you get. So it's uncommon sense. Not everybody understands as quick as you. The things that people have to work for and learn are things that come to you with ease. You don't think about those things. You have room to think about other stuff. So for us to be the ones constantly taking L's throughout history, or so they say, and still to this day going through these things, for the people to copy us and to look at us and still think they're better than us is pure delusion. It's delusion, narcissism. That's all it is. You gotta look at everything going on around the world, bro. I hate to say it, everything is copied from a person of color. I'm gonna say specifically a black person. Hairstyles, clothes, music, everything that really mattered to us. Creativity, the creativity behind it come from a black person. And that's just as simple as that.
Okay, I want to respond to this person's TikTok because it's something I thought about a lot when I was traveling, especially in the Philippines and Southeast Asia and South Asia. And I learned what they talk about in Afro-pessimism when they say that anti-blackness can come across as negrophobia, which is a fear of blackness, or versus negrophilia, which is a fascination with blackness. And this came across in a lot of different ways. In a lot of different countries I visited, people would secretly take photos of me. People would touch my hair while we were at bars. People would point at my facial features and shake their heads. And I learned like anti-blackness can come across as envy, like an obsession, a sort of need to consume, and fear, like a need to erase someone from a space because you don't understand them. So I think it shows up very much in both ways. Like, it's interesting.
Like seriously, lovelies, when I saw this video, I was actually, thinking about it so deeply to, try to digress where he's actually coming from. And I realized that I think he's making a lot of sense, that in the sense that you can actually not hate someone you often, copy so many things about. Let's talk about appropriation of culture. These people, they are bent on appropriating cultures. They are bent on trying to copy whatsoever, thing that people of color does. Let's talk about, for instance, the dressings, like the way they dress. Most of them actually want to dress the way the people of color dress, and you can not actually hate, people that you like the way they dress. You cannot actually hate them. And another thing, let's talk about the braids. Majority of them, even the women or the little ones growing up and all of that, these people actually want to wear box braid. They actually want to wear cornrows. They actually want to wear the kind of hairstyle that people of color does or invented or whatsoever. I actually want to indulge on it, and I see a little bit of hate when their hair texture is not that are people of color, but they actually want to put on that kind of hairstyle. And when you actually maybe call them out, like, oh my goodness, this your hair texture is not suitable for this kind of hairstyle, because you might even end up, damaging your skulls and all of that. A lot of them get very agitated, and they get very, angry and all of that, like, oh my god, I want to wear it, and that is it. That's necessary do not mean that I think they dislike people of color. I think it has to do with little, not little, jealousy. Like, jealousy is defined as when you see someone, when you can't get that thing you feel that another person has, instead of you to be angry about yourself for not getting, stuff like that, you tend to dislike the person, like, not dislike, you tend to jealous this person, like, okay, I have tried as much as I can to actually acquire or achieve this, and I'm not achieving it. So there's this jealousy thing inside of you. Like, when you see the person, you just want to, like, I don't want this person around me. I just don't want to see this person, because you are just jealous of the person, or you are just jealous not to have what this person has. So I think there's a lot of jealousy and not really hate or thereabout. If you watch closely, most of them actually want to copy the style of the music, dance, and all of that, the hip hop, anything. Like, it's just copy, like obsession. When you're obsessed with somebody, you want to actually get or acquire whatsoever that person has acquired. Just look at what happened during the Beyonce thing. A lot of them were like, oh my god, we are the people that actually, invented the country music. They were like, they invented the country music and all of that before the people of color, decided to, like, challenge them and, like, tell them that no, the people that actually invented this, country music, was actually the enslaved people, the enslaved, you know, people during the days when they are working in these plantations. They began to, sing this song, and that's just where the country music actually came about. And this actually pissed them up, because they decided to take this country music, change it and narrate it, and it now look as if they are the sole inventor of this country music. So it is not actually hate. It has to do with, it has to do with jealousy, obsession, and like, okay, why can't I get things done this way? Why can't I? And another thing is that these people, when you're also not contented with what you have, then you decided to, you know, get whatsoever this other person gets. And if you're not getting it so rightly, and you feel that, okay, because of my status I cannot get this stuff, you begin to like, not like, I won't call it hate, I really won't call it hate. So I think I'm agreeing with what this guy was talking about, and how he actually narrated it. It has to do with obsession, it has to do with, you know, jealousy. And coupled with the fact that this other person that talked about how he goes to these Asian countries, and the way they touch his hair, I want to know the texture of his hair, and try to like, look at his face and all of that. I actually can relate to that. So whenever like I make my braids and all of that, like the kind of look I get, and it's just something that has to do with obsessed. You're so obsessed with this person, you just want to get whatever this person is getting, you just want to do whatever this person is doing, and if you're not getting it, it makes you so angry with yourself, and you detest the person. I wouldn't want this person to just like, but they are still trying so hard to actually acquire, or to actually appropriate whatsoever they can get their hands on to appropriate. So I don't think that this also has to do with being, maybe hating people of color. It has to just do with obsession, and also desperation. So most of them are so desperate to acquire so many things. And another thing is that I also feel that some of them, when they see people of color, they feel this, okay, you are not actually supposed to be here, you are not qualified to be here, what are you doing there? So I would also not really call that hatred. I think I can call that like looking down on someone, like you are not actually qualified, like you are beneath me. So I think all these things has to do with the way individual need to see it, or the way that they really approach it. But there are some of them, when you look at the way they treat people of color, you think it's like you just see it as HAT. Like seriously, some of them cannot actually hide it. But nevertheless, there are most of them who actually understand what goes on, who are so free and want to also mingle, and they'll just walk up to you and say that, okay, that I like this style, it's so nice on you, I just want to put it on. Like a lot of them that's not acting so delusional, so that is it, that's just it. So I believe that a lot of us that often say that, okay, these people, they hate us, the world hate black people. I think the world actually really do not hate black people. The world are envious of what black people have invented, and the world are actually scared of what black people might be able to achieve when they are giving hands. The way they drag people of color down, like when they see that you guys are like, when we are going up, they want to drag us down because they are so scared of what we might achieve when we are allowed to fly. So when we are allowed to like explore and fly, they're so scared. That's why it's during the days, like how it is, they actually came down to Africa, colonize, pick a lot of things and take away so many people. And even with that, people of color are still striving to survive. So when you keep on suppressing a particular set of people, and these people keep on proving you wrong, keep on telling you that even no matter how you want to suppress us, we will rise up. So it also has to do with they feel threatened by people of color. They feel that if they should give them hand, these people might just want to take over, and they are the kind of people that wouldn't want to give a chance. Like they wouldn't want to give a chance for anyone to ride on them. So that is just it. It has to also do with fear, like the fear, like, okay, what if we give these people a chance? Like even with all this suppression, with everything that we've done to these people, that are still striving, that are still strong, that are still surviving, that are still producing something for themselves. But what if they have the opportunities that we had? That means they will change the world. Seriously. So that is it. So I think it has to do with envy, jealousy, threats, and scared. So I think it has everything to do with it. So when I came across this, I said, okay, let me just put it up here for us to dialogue on it, and we also hear from you guys of what you think of this video. And so lovely, if you have watched up to this extent, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and don't forget that this channel, we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes. So please share this video, subscribe to my channel if you've not done that already, and I will see you lovelies when I upload my next one. And if you have watched up to this extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that this channel, we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We are just here solely for educational and informative purposes, guys. Alright, please just share this video, leave your thought in the comment section, subscribe to my channel if you are yet to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload my next one.